How do you know if you bit off more than you can chew? There's a few indicators that basically let you know if you took on a task or you took on a risk that was just too much for you. So we're going to get into that right now.
You weren't born to work a job. You was born to hustle. You was born to get it. You was born to do things different from what they told you you're supposed to do it. And I'm going to show you how. Every week, I'm going to give you ideas, techniques, tactics on how you can take your hustle to the next level. This is where we get it.
I love the game. I love the hustle, man.
What's going on, everybody? There are rules in every single endeavor that you put yourself into. In every single situation you put yourself in, there's rules. And those rules existed before you entered the circumstance or the situation. For example, we all know that if you get married, there's rules which mean you are not supposed to cheat on your significant other. Some people obey them, some people don't. That's not really the point I'm trying to make here. The point is, we all know that before we came along and even knew about marriage, there were rules that already existed, okay? Same thing in our day-to-day dealings with each other and laws. I know that if the speed limit says 75 and I go 76, I have broken a law or I've broken a rule. That rule, speed limits, existed way before I came here. So the point I'm trying to make overall is that in business, there are rules which are called risks, okay? And these risks existed way before you decided to get into business. So once you choose to get into business, you have to accept that there are going to be risks. There is no such thing as a 100% guarantee in anything in life. Nothing is guaranteed. So we make what we call educated guesses or what we call smart projections based off of analyzing data and being able to say, okay, you know what? Nothing is guaranteed, but this looks like a pretty good bet, okay? So what I'm trying to say is that if you get into a situation or a circumstance that you know has rules, you have to be ready for those rules. Your tolerance for risk has to be high. It has to be, and then your tolerance for when things go wrong and being able to deal with those things has to be high. If you can't deal with it, don't get involved. As they say, if you can't stand the heat, get your ass out the kitchen. And so I've been seeing lately where a lot of people who are getting into businesses and getting into these different circumstances and then complain or get mad because there's a hiccup, or get upset and get bothered because, oh, you know, maybe this week may not be as profitable as last week was. That's part of the game. That's part of the game. It existed before you got there. So I think that as a hustler, if you call yourself a hustler or a business person or a businesswoman or whatever you want to call yourself, you have to understand that your tolerance for risk has to be high. Your tolerance for when stuff goes bad has to be high. Meaning that you have to be able to handle when you fail or when you don't hit the mark, or when, you know, what you intended to happen doesn't happen, you know, and that's perfectly fine. Like, it's supposed to be that way. It's supposed to be that way. You're not supposed to be throwing sevens on every single roll. Life is not like that. You know, you're not going to have a winning hand every single time you get a hand of cards, you know. So it's like, I think that just being able to, number one, have the balls to take a risk is more important. That's very, very commendable. But also you have to be able to have the skin to handle the hiccups and the obstacles, and, you know, when you throw the die and you don't roll a 7 and you roll snake eyes, you know, you have to be able to take when that happens and take that gracefully, you know, and not pout and not complain and cry, and just be a man or a woman about it. And, you know, look forward to the next day, because the game restarts every single day, baby. It restarts every single day. Every day we have a new chance to roll a 7, you know. So I think that's very, very important. And, yeah, that's my hustle tip for the week. Be able to take when shit doesn't go your way. But you know, the next day, we're going to get it popping again. See you guys on the next video. Take care. Have a great and blessed day.